Welcome back to part 3 of To Catch a Cavendish, a Thora Silentblade tale. When their host finally arrived, it didn't take long for chaos to break out. The human spoke with a drawl, likely common in this part of Rhyme, and was dressed well enough, but he wasn't here for any adventuring permits. It seemed this was some way to get rid of pesky do-gooders, as the trap was sprung. Their host disappeared through a trick wall as gas began to pour in from a pipe and into the room. The elf reacted quickly as metal gates started to slide down over the windows by slamming an arrow into the wooden pane to stop the nearest gate from crashing down and sealing the window. With no time to think, Thora broke into a run, pony keg in hand, heading for one of the window exits from this cursed meeting room. With a quick flourish, the pony keg flew across the remaining distance, landing nicely on the sill as the steel gates came crashing down. Just in time. Many of the would-be adventurers began coughing, some falling over unconscious. As the dragonborn drummer broke open the window to the outside, Thora ran to bring the old gnome over to the window, watching as others started falling down. The gas was spreading too fast. It was going to take too long to get them all out. A crash from across the room indicated that somebody had broken open the other window. Quick glance up showed the peg-legged shell-wearer dropping a chair and starting to move their hands in what Thora could only assume was some sort of mystical incantation. A gust of wind started to form within the room, pushing the noxious fumes out the window, temporarily relieving those still trapped in the room. As Thora tossed an unconscious monk out the window, the drummer was muttering something and playing a quiet beat. The next moment there was some sort of movement that Thora couldn't quite see, closing off the pipe that was sending the gas into the room. For the moment, they were safe. As the remaining conscious heroes got everybody out into the fresh air, Thora discovered that the elf had captured the coward who had started the whole mess. Going by the name of Harley Hobb, the gibbering fool seemed to be working for the Cavendish folks that the Tabaxi had mentioned earlier. Apparently, heroes weren't good for business, and the big boss wanted an easy way to deal with the trouble. Returning to the bar, and a few menacing threats later, Thora got the Tabaxi bartender to spill the beans about what had been happening in Wilted Gulch recently. These Cavendish were ruining businesses, using force, and killing any who stood up to them, including multiple sheriffs. Thora chuckled silently. The Cavendish were going to be in so much trouble now.